just been a little busy, okay? I hope that you all have been busy too. It's Saturday, you know. A lot of things move around on Saturday, especially when the weather is nice. And right now, the weather is nice here in Chicago. You didn't even have to wear a big jacket or a big coat. 50 degrees. Hit a big 5-0 in the big windy city. Yeah, people were all outside on the lakefront. People all outside on the expressway, I-94, 294, 290. People were all out today. Yeah, I know I'm a little late. I've been busy. I got to make some cash. Yeah. And I know you up. It's Saturday night. You watching Netflix, HBO, YouTube, on Facebook, doing whatever it is that you're doing. However, we want to thank you for being here tonight. Yeah, it is an awesome night. And it is my hopes that you have an awesome night too. If you're not having an awesome night, shame on you. If you're having a bad day, shame on you. Why do I say that? Because you are only having a bad day because of what you're thinking about. Now, I know that sometimes things are medical. You have family emergencies and whatnot. Yeah, things get critical. I understand. But if you wasn't thinking about that, what would you be thinking about? Would you be thinking about something that would make you jolly, something that would make you happy, something that will make you smile? We don't want anything to do with sadness, okay? Hold on. Yeah, we don't want anything to do with sadness right now. We don't want that. We want to keep our vibrations high. We want to keep our energy levels high. Yeah. We don't want someone who is a Debbie Downer. You know those Debbie Downers? We don't want those Debbie Downers, okay? If you are a Debbie Downer, go stand over there by Walgreens, okay? Yeah, Debbie Downers sometimes seem to be energy vampires. Yeah, energy vampires. And by the way, before we move forward, I want to thank everybody for being out here tonight in the chat room. If this is your first time chiming in to this channel, we ask that you subscribe, like, and share. Yeah, like and subscribe, most definitely. It helps the algorithm. It helps get the video out more. It helps get this channel with more exposure. So it is our hopes that that's something that you would do this Saturday, Sunday morning. Okay. Yeah, we still burning the midnight oil. Power's in the building, okay? Yeah, MOPOWERZ. If you haven't been over to that channel, go over to that channel. That is my other channel. I got 3 channels. But MOPOWERZ, most definitely go over to, okay? We appreciate you. Yeah, it's a lot of crazy things going on in the world. Now, I know that I brought you a story in my last live about a man who worked at an Olive Garden. He was a chef in Pennsylvania. And he took off his clothes and he stuck his head in the fryer. Oh, yeah. But I got another one for you. I got another one for you. In North Korea, you have high school students that were executed for doing what? Watching South Korean media, especially with the K-pop. Now, I know that you all may disagree with a lot of things that go on in America. But could you imagine living in America and you can't do K-pop? Yeah, they were serious about that over there in North Korea. Executed those high school students. For observing, playing a South Korean. Come on. Is this the world that we're living in today? Is this the world that we're living in today? Who we got out there? Shouts out to Sam. Hey, Sam, what's going on, man? Shouts out to Sam. Factoid, what's going on? Shouts out to Factoid. Who are you talking with? I guess I'm talking to you and anybody that's out there in the chat room. You know, because I appreciate you for being here on this channel. Because at this hour, you could have been doing something else with someone else or even by yourself. Okay. So we appreciate you for being here, and we tip our hat to you. We appreciate you for being on this channel at this time. And I have to say this. Everybody is welcome in the chat room. We don't care what your religion is. We don't care what your political stance is. We don't care if you black, white, Chinese, Puerto Rican, whatever color you are in the crayon box, you are welcome over to this channel. However, we do ask one thing. And that is that you be respectful. Because if not, I give anybody out there that's in the chat room to make a person disappear, meaning block them, if they become disrespectful to anybody in the chat room. Now, I know we're going to have trolls out there, and that's okay. We got something for the trolls. I'll take care of them. Yeah. Is this a political channel? No, this is a current event channel. Factoid. What's going on? Where you from, Factoid? City and state. Or country. Me, I'm from North America. From Chicago, concrete jungle, city of gangsters. Where there's nowhere safe and you can't trust nobody. Yeah, that's how we live in here in the wilderness of North America. What about you? Okay. Anyway, think about that. Think about not being able to do what you want to do or want to watch or view that is accessible to you and for you by internet. Now, you have some black marketers over there in North Korea that is pirating a lot of South Korean movies, you know. Yeah, it's a lot of, criminal activity going on. Nothing more than what's going on over here. Nothing more than what's going on over here. In fact, about it, I believe South Korea is a more safer country than the United States. And I say that based upon experience and me having the opportunity of living in South Korea. Yeah. Now, when you go over to Pyongyang, over there to North Korea, it's a little bit different, as you can see. But just think about that. Now, I know that the United States is the greatest country on earth, so they say. And they say that the United States is the richest country. Now, that I have to disagree with. I have to disagree with on the fact that it's not the richest country. The richest country is Africa. I'm sorry, the U.S. As far as being great, I think that the U.S. at this point is the laughing stock of the whole world. Yeah. You talk like a news anchor. I wish that I was making news anchor money, factoid. Yeah. I wish I was making that Savannah Guthridge type of money. Yeah. How much she get paid? And they still ain't got her mother yet. So I want to send my shots out to her family. You know, the lady that comes on the Today Show, you know, that bring the U.S. news, the anchor woman. Yeah, her mother, Nancy Guthridge, has been missing for almost 2 weeks now. That's somebody's mother out there. If that was your mother, wouldn't you want the world be looking for her? Not to mention the fact that the Guthrie family has already agreed to the $6 million Bitcoin ransom that they proposed. Yeah, you know, the robbers, the kidnappers. Yeah, they proposed a $6 million Bitcoin, you know, ransom. But Bitcoin is going down the drain. Damn. He's a stupid kidnapper. You want some money that's going down the drain and they can be tracked. As for as Gump says, stupid is, stupid does. I'm just saying. Hey, what's going on, Alma? Alma Velez in the building. How you doing? Shouts out to Alma. And speaking of all of these crazy things that's going down in the world, like I just mentioned to you about those students over in North Korea, hell, it's crazy here in America. As always. Here it is. You have a Georgia man, Christopher Ates, A-T-E-S, 39 years old. What is he going to do? And remind you, he's in Fulton County now. We know about Fulton County. If you've been keeping up, if you haven't been under a rock, you know about Fulton County, Georgia, where the feds just raided, you know, the voting place, you know, Donald Trump. And he had charges in that state as well. But this is crazy too with this Christopher Ates. Yeah, Ates, A-T-E-Z, A-T-E-S, I'm sorry. Yeah, 39 years old. Went to the Palmetto Elementary School. Shot and killed Ebony Anderson, age 34. A door dasher deliverer. She was delivering food to the school, the elementary school. And the man shot and killed her. Now, they say, according to the reports, that Christopher may have been involved with a domestic issue with her. Needless to say, or in addition to say, that a young child, a juvenile, was in the back seat when this crime was committed. We don't know if the kid was in the back seat was his kid, or was it his and her kid, or was it just her kid? But I don't think it was her kid, because she does have children. Ebony Anderson, the 34-year-old victim that was shot to death by the psycho man, Christopher. And after shooting her, he tries to elude the cops, you know. Got road rage. Swerving everywhere until he swerved into a semi-truck. Yeah, after swerving into the semi-truck, he swerved into a guardrail, which eventually led him down a slope. And that's where he was apprehended by the cops. He should have got caught. He should have got caught. What's wrong with people out here? in these relationships that's making them go psycho. You know, was she doing it that good like those girls was doing on the Epstein Island? I'm just saying. Yeah. I'm just saying. What makes a man? Now I'm a man. And I like the box. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, real woman, all woman, you know. And out of my years of living on this planet, I cannot foresee myself killing a woman because she wanted to break up with me or because somebody else knocked the chick, okay? You can be mad. You can be mad. But if she was really your chick and she respected what you had, she would not have went off with another man in the first place. So why would you give up your freedom for a person that you're going to kill to death like Christopher did? He has to spend the rest of his life in prison and he gets no more box. And he don't get to see his children no more, like on a regular basis. He's not free to drive a car. He's not free to have a gun and go to a school, a grammar school at that. You know they're going to hang that man, and rightfully so, they should. They should hang his ass. And another person that needs to be hanged is that Texas man. You know that Donald Trump lover? But before we get to that, because we got some other stuff to talk about here in Chicago. Hey, it's Black History Month. And for all of you Chicagoans that's out there, I have a black trivia question for you. You live in Chicago. What was the first black school? Excuse me. What was the first school that was named after a person who was black in the name of his honor? Yeah, did I say that right? Let me say that one more time. Maybe I get it better the third time. All you Chicagoans out there, what was the first school that honored a black man in Chicago for his civility, for being a pioneer? Anybody out there? I love you, P. What's going on? Who's that? FEE? Fiendus. Fiendus? Fiendus? If I didn't pronounce your name correct, I'm sorry about that. Fiendus. Fiendus. But shouts out to Fiendus. You're funny. What's going on, Alma? Alma, that's crazy. Bye, maybe I'll see you another day. What's up, Factoid? I'm from LA. We're going to get into LA in a minute. We're going to get into LA. We're going to get into LA, Alma Velez. Magic J. Every city has a Martin Luther King school. I don't speak English. Tu habla español? Fin duis? Tu habla español? I'm from Brazil. Oh, that's what it is? Got a lot of black people down there in Brazil. A lot of black people in South America. What's the weather like over there right now in South America, in Brazil? Watching live from Somalia, bro. What's going on, Tank? I can show you guys. Yeah. Well, I'm going to give you the answer to that school. The first black school that was honored in regards to a first black person here in Chicago, and that is Jean Baptiste Point du Sable. Some people call him John. Jean John Baptiste Point du Sable was the first school. And that was in like 1936, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, fact check. Uh-huh. Frankly, GTA. What's up, B2B? Hello, I am a dolphin trainer. Oh, we got you back in the building. Shouts out to D2B, okay? I remember you, man, with that dolphin. You work at Walmart, man. Now you in North Dakota. Hey, and speaking of North Dakota, I want to send my shouts out. Excuse me, I want to send my condolences to the rapper artist Wiz Khalifa. If you all didn't know, Wiz Khalifa, dad passed. Not to mention the fact that he got to go to jail for smoking that gunji over there in Romania. Okay, but his dad has died. So I want to send my condolences to Wiz Khalifa family. And that just came about with the North Dakota thing, man, okay? Hey, and by the way, I might need some water already. It's pretty early. Mm-hmm. And by the way, if this is your first time chiming into this channel, you all, we ask that you subscribe, like, and share. Share the information with relatives, friends, co-workers, anyone that you come to contact with. It is a magnificent way to jumpstart your conversation. And if you are feeling generous, we have gold memberships and silver memberships to this channel. So if you're feeling generous, go ahead and join. We understand if you can't. Times are hard right now. Everybody's feeling the punch of Donald Trump right now. NAPOCKETS. Yeah. Yeah, if you're not feeling the Trump, punch of Trump, you may be a millionaire, or you may be making over 250 grand a year. But we're not living like that around here. So, unlike everybody else, feeling that sock it to your ribs, pocket. Yeah. Thank you, all of you MAGA lovers out there. But getting back to Chicago, we got a lot of Chicago deaths out here. A whole lot, but I won't talk about a whole lot. I'll just get to a few, okay? Because we'll be here all night with what's going on in the city. Hey, they found this girl up here on the north side of Chicago, naked, in the backseat of a car, a stolen car. And when they took her to the hospital, she gave up the ghost, Yeah, happened right there up north there. And according to the reports, the first responders got there after the owner of the vehicle reported that they found the stolen vehicle, which was a black Nissan Pathfinder. And the woman was in the back seat naked. But when she got to the hospital, or by the time she arrived to the hospital, dead. Could you imagine that? Could you imagine the horror or the stigma that may be placed upon you? Saying that it's your car and everything. Yes, ganja, bro. Well, I'm in Las Vegas, so you guys are always welcome here. Smoke up on Vegas. Fremont Street, Las Vegas Avenue. Billionaire, not millionaire. What do you mean there? Zero Cool. Shouts out to Zero Cool. Shouts out to Alma Velez again. What is the current situation of your country's government? Excuse me. I'm just starting to learn English. A home from St. Paulo, full of peace, longing, and loyalty in the form of respect. God bless, amen. Now, you know what? That sounds like a utopia where you live at, uh, Fiend Duis over there in Brazil. Yeah, it sounds like you living in the utopia. That's something that we wish that we can live here in America like that. You know, we wish we could, but we can't do that with the current political structure and administration that we have in play. You said Trump was a millionaire, huh? No, Trump's a billionaire, and I don't remember saying that, but I don't remember me saying anything about Trump being a millionaire when I know he's a billionaire. And according to his tax uh, report, that tax leak that took place a couple of years ago that he's working to sue the IRS about, yeah, he was worth 5 to 7 billion then. I'm just saying. Oh, we're gonna get to that. We're not getting off topic. Yeah. So you found a lady like that. Has anybody found a lady in a stolen vehicle or been reported in a stolen vehicle naked in somebody's backseat in your city and state? Like, what type of stigma is placed upon you? People may look at you funny in the neighborhood. People may look at you funny on the job. But seeing that it was stolen, you know, they may more so have questions versus being judgmental, you know. But needless to say, that's what's going on here in Chicago. Just like you got the 4-month-old baby over here that's on the 7600 block of Parnell on the south side. Dead. Yeah. Death is everywhere. Peace is nowhere. Not here in the U.S. and maybe in Brazil, but there's no peace here in America. And as far as this country is concerned, we're going to get to that. Mr. or Mrs. Brazil. We're going to get to that. Just stay tuned. It's going to get real greasy tonight, baby. Yeah. Yeah. 4-year-old people, you know, the baby dead. People getting shot on the buses. You got a 22-year-old that was shot and killed over his car. Yeah. Over there on the 700 block of North Waveland here in Chicago. So that's like west side, northwest, you know, because Waveland is north, you know, right off Addison Street, you know, between the Belmont and Addison Street. That's where you find Waveland. But the 700 block west is about Hawson Street, which is really 800, you know. So just a block away from Waveland and Hawson. 22 years old. They jacked him for his car. Killed the little young man. 22-year-old, what was his name? Toroto. Sounds like an Italian young man. Toroto. 22 years old. Carjackings is what's going on in the city. Death, murder, robberies. That's what's going on here where we're at right now, Brazil. Hey, what's that Brazilian movie? Brazil, where you had that young lady and she became gangsteress. It's on Netflix. She became a gangster. She fell in love with the young gangster, but she became a gangster. Do you know what movie I'm talking about, Mr. or Miss Brazil? Yeah, the young girl. You know, she was like the Brazilian Blanca, in Florida. Yeah. Yeah, Chicago crimes, baby. City of gangsters. And one more for you all in Chicago before I get into the chat room, okay? For those of you who are in Chicago, I'm sure that you all have heard of back in the day with Al Capone and the Valentine's Day Massacre. Remember that? Now, do you all Chicagoans know where that took place at? Many don't, because I buy it every day. It's really an empty lot to park cars at right now. 2122 North. You know those apartment buildings right on? Mm-hmm. 2 blocks from Fullerton. So it'd be like Dickerson and Fulton Dickerson, somewhere like around there. Yeah, right off Clark. Well, he had Al Capone and what's his name? Bugsy Mo. Yeah. Over there. Yeah. But he ended up getting away. He stayed in versus getting killed. It was a Chicago outfit, Southside gang, which was Chicago Al Capone. And then you had the North Side. And they caught the North Side slipping. But they didn't get the leader, Bugsy. They didn't get him. He went to sleep and didn't come outside that day and saved his life. But he died in Fort Leavenworth at the age of 63. So he got a chance to tell his story. Hopefully he got some commissary for telling that story. When your stomach's in your back and you need a little snack, 2 for 1s. Yeah, smash up the likes, you all. Smash up the likes here. Who we got here in this comment section here? You said Trump was a millionaire. Okay, amen. What's up? What's going on, Gene? Shouts out to Gene. Shouts out to Dead Reaper. My friend was an honorable student and executed in the back of an alley, shot in the back of the head. What city and state you from, Dead Reaper? You from Georgia? You from Florida? You from California? You from Los Angeles, where they getting reckless talking about high school? I'm telling you, these high school students in Los Angeles have gone berserker. Protesting ICE agents. Yeah. And needless to say, a school teacher by the name of Ricardo Lopez at that Synergy Quantum High School, yeah, he got fired. Yeah, you know why? Because he opened the gates to let the students out to protest. He said, you want to protest? Okay, I give up today. Class dismissed. Yeah. And they're out there throwing rocks, bricks, blocking car, driveways, blocking streets from the ICE building, from the federal building, and they even vandalized it. Now, ICE, Department of Homeland Security, want to report ICE agent got hit with a rock in his head. ICE agents didn't cut off people TVs out here. You all talking about he got hit with a rock in his head? And 2 more had other injuries. They weren't life-threatening. But when you see high school students begin to protest, now, it is my assumption. Now, I'm not trying to make an ass out of myself. I'm just going with the information that I've researched and a little bit of common sense, okay? Now, these high school students, are they citizens? Are they foreign-born citizens? And if so, they are legal citizens of the country, correct? Just not U.S.-born soiled, but they're foreign U.S. citizens. Donald Trump, I told you a month ago that Donald Trump and his administration was underway to strip away the citizenship of natural foreign entities. Didn't I tell you that about a month ago? And now it's on fire. This man is about to put the hammer down. Smack down. Anybody watch wrestling? Donald Trump is about to put the smack down. Yeah. Stripping away foreign, natural-born citizenship. If you lied on your application, if your mama lied, if your daddy lied, if your brother out there selling drugs, if you're out there robbing people, because we do have some immigrants who have been real wretched out here in this country that's here illegally. That's not even up for debate. We understand that. Now, we know that many people that ICE have arrested, many of them have been citizens. Needless to say, they still got a couple of bad apples in the bunch, which made it worse for them. Okay? Yeah, I'm talking about the immigrants. And for the U.S. citizens who've been wanting to take up for them, well, they found themselves with their face smashed to the concrete, naked in the street. It's gotten so bad with ICE that ICE is performing the sweatbox slavery tactic with these detainees. Are you serious? Isn't that unconstitutional? However, let me ask you a question about that. If a person is an immigrant and they are undocumented, does the Constitution apply to them? That's the question I'm asking. Does the Constitution apply to illegal immigrants? Seeing that you have all of these protesters out here saying that it's unconstitutional. But if you are an illegal immigrant and you're undocumented, do you have any rights under the U.S. Constitution? I'm just yeah. While people are out there protesting. But when the high school students start to protest, it's a problem. And seeing that it's a Synergy Quantum High School out there in Los Angeles where they got busy at, I'm quite sure that that school is full of Hispanics. For the majority of the school. I'm sure there are black people who go to school, probably a few white people, but I'm sure it's mainly Hispanic students. And all over the country, students have walked out of their classrooms. Teacher don't have nothing to do for the day. I mean, I would love the job. I mean, hey, I used to be an educator. So anytime that you have a moment from students, it's a reward for you. It's like a Scooby snack. So yeah, y'all go ahead, okay? I can't excuse you for an absence now, but you can go do what you do. But I wouldn't want to end up like Ricardo Lopez, who lost his job because of that. Freedom of speech. Freedom of speech. Was the man fired for being a aide and what they call that, an accomplice to young people out there protesting ICE? Was he an aide and an accomplice to that? Is that unconstitutional? Did he break a law in the Constitution by letting those students out the gate of the school? I'm just saying. Yeah, you can call it a gray area if you want to, but like I said, while American citizens, even high school students, are out here protesting ICE for the arrest and deportation and detainee of illegal undocumented immigrants, do they have any rights under the Constitution if they are not a citizen? I'm just saying. Now, I know many people out there say, well, this country here was, born and bred off the back of immigrants. Well, the native black people that were here, that you all call Indians, okay? Yeah, the black people that were already here. Now, I'm not saying that all of us was here, but I know that millions of us didn't come across the Atlantic Ocean in the holds of ships. Okay. Yeah, we didn't do that. My friend was an honor student. Okay. He got shot in the alley. KKK, Dear Reaper, get rid of the corrupt governor and the corrupt mayor. Hey, hey, Dear Reaper, that means we would have to get rid of all of the politicians. Would the American people agree, as in the comment that Dead Reaper left here for us to read? Get rid of the corrupt governor. Man, it's a whole lot of corrupt politicians. Just look at the Trump administration. It's a lot of crooks in that, which we're going to get to in a minute. It's a lot of crooks in that. Who else we got here? May your government seek out the leader of my government because my country is sinking deeper and deeper. Unfortunately, a country rich in capitalism but broken economically. We can only keep our faith. Hey, that's what's going on over here. Hello, crackhead. Who said that? Oh, we got a troll in the building. Earl Sanders. Earl Sanders. It's sad that you out there smoking crack, man. We don't smoke crack over here, man. We don't promote crack. Maybe in a song, you know, with Mobb Deep or something, or what's the brother name? Quavo from Chicago. If you don't know who Quavo is, Google, okay, YouTube. Now, he got some crack songs, okay? And I use one of his joints in my promotion. But I don't sell crack. I don't use crack. I don't condone anybody to do crack, okay? So we won't give you no energy, Earl Sanders. However, we do thank you for coming by. And we wish you a goodbye. Sorry about that. Brother needs some water out here. Look like you be buying crack. Okay, Earl, we ain't gonna give you that. We ain't gonna give you that, Earl. We ain't gonna give you that, Earl. Is that Ashley, Larry? Oh, we got another troll. Okay. No energy, but shouts out to you. No. No, no. No, no. You know, like my former art teacher in high school, Miss Salwanchik, she would say, no, no. So we're giving you a no, no, N-O-E, no energy, okay? Howdy, what's going on, Hillbilly? Morning, everyone. What's going on, Monica? Shouts out to Hillbilly and Monica, you all. We want to thank you for tuning in, you all. And if this is your first time chiming into this channel, we want to ask that you smash up the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and the word all to help ensure that you get notifications when we upload videos here on YOUTUBE. And we also ask that you like and you share. Share the information with relatives, friends, co-workers, anyone that you come to contact with. It is a magnificent way to jumpstart your conversation. Now I think we should get into the program here. Yeah. Bad Bunny. MAGA lovers, representatives, politicians are going mad because of Bad Bunny halftime show. Yeah, right now he's under investigation for not speaking English. The man is under investigation for not speaking English at the halftime Super Bowl. He's under investigation for holding his crotch at the Super Bowl. He is under investigation for a big sign that said, love is more powerful than hate. Huh? And right now, Bad Bunny got a lot of haters out here. They even talked about how he had gay subliminal messages. Don't that do? They do that every day on TV. Anybody watch TV? They got gay bananas out there, gay women, gay men, and they put it right in your face every day. Every day. Reality TV shows. They got you watching polygamy on TV. You got 3 or 4 wives, you know. And that's okay. And according to the reports, you got these MAGA people talking about that he used the word F, you know. Huh? They say that they don't understand Spanish, but they know how to say, I want to go to the bathroom, which is, you know, donde es baño, okay? But the rest of that he can't understand, but he know that the man used the word F. And the FCC is, you know, they forcing the FCC to investigate this man. You can't say the F word on national TV. Since when? Wow. I'm just saying. They mad as ever. They mad as ever. How many views does that man get? Over 135 million views compared to Kid Rock, the racist dude. Yeah, they mad about that. They even call his performance illegal. Do you hear me? How can you call that man performance illegal when you don't understand Spanish, but the only thing you can say is donde es baño, and you don't even say that. He just said, you know, I can say where's the bathroom, or I need to use the bathroom, but I said it in Spanish. I wonder if he really know how to say that in Spanish. Donde es baño? They didn't put it like that in the report, you see. Yeah. Anti-black, anti-Latino, anti-anything that is not Hitler. Because that's what we're dealing with right here. A fascist, a racist. I don't know why many are surprised. All of the other presidents was racist too. Even Obama was racist. He gave the Jews reparations, but didn't give black people none. No, I'm just saying. And he's a black dude. Y'all help me make sense out of that, okay? Y'all help me make sense out of that. Yeah. Quite interesting. Who we got out here? No, he's under investigation for the lyrics he was using. Okay, I just said that. We're saying the same thing. We're saying the same thing, White Horse Original. We're saying the same thing. Shouts out to White Horse Original. Yeah, these MAGA people could not understand what that man was saying. It's all fascism. It's all fascism. And besides, just from my observation, from being a avid fan of the Super Bowl, I think that was one of the best Super Bowl performances. Besides Prince. Prince and Janet Jackson and Madonna. And you know Madonna got gritty. They didn't say nothing about her trying to get naked. Yeah. So I don't see nothing wrong with what Bad Bunny did. But the feds are after him right now. The MAGA people are upset. What's wrong with the people? Talking about how he's going to get fined and all of these hefty fines. They knew the man was a cross-dresser when they approved him for the Super Bowl halftime show. Do anybody agree with me? Do anybody out there agree with me? They knew this man was a cross-dresser and possibly bi, you know. And I say, yeah, possibly bi, because I don't know a man. I don't know of a man that is a cross-dresser that is not bi. Just ask J.D. Vance, the vice president of this country. Just ask J.D. Vance, the crossdresser. Smash up the likes, you all. We appreciate you. You are my favorite colored streamer. Oh, damn. What a nice way of saying that. Who gave me such a great compliment of being their favorite colored streamer? That would be Jim H6254. How you doing, Jim? Saying that I'm colored and I'm not hiding myself. Are you Caucasian? Because if you are, respectfully, intellectually, and scientifically, if you are Caucasian, you're the real colored person. Just look how many colors you turn when you bruise your body. I'm just saying. And had it not been for this colored man, Mo Powers, you wouldn't exist. Chinese wouldn't exist. Japanese wouldn't exist. Red Native Americans wouldn't exist. Yeah. You wouldn't exist. So you should be thanking me. You should be thanking me for your lifespan, for you even being brought into existence. You should be thanking me. But you want to be, a jokester. And that's okay. We like trolls. We got something for trolls around here, okay? Yeah. We got troll spray. Like Black Flag. We got that troll spray. Who we got here? Bad Burn or MAGA suck? MAGA suck, man. Everybody knows that. That's your opinion. And Super Bowl has sucked for years. So I quit watching it 35 years ago. Wow. 35 years ago? Damn, what was the last game you watched? Like Montana? 49ers or something? When was that last time you watched the Super Bowl, man? I know that it has become all commercialized and everything. And it may be a little softer in regards to the flags, and all of that good stuff. Yeah. Foul plays. That may have gotten a little soft. But it has become too commercial for me. I mean, look at the grace that we've had, And they never got paid like they got paid. Walter Payton never got paid like Emmitt Smith got paid. Tony Dorsett never got paid like these great running backs. Yeah. No. And Jerry Rice, ain't getting paid like these receivers getting paid today. Quarterbacks, however, they try to make these quarterbacks the captain of the team, and the quarterback is the franchise player, I guess you can have a few franchise players, but the quarterback cannot only be the only franchise, nor can he be the only person that is mentioned more in a sportcasting event than anybody else on the team, because he needs somebody to throw the ball to. He needs somebody to pass the ball to. You know how they say the quarterback is carrying the team on his shoulder. How is he carrying the team on his shoulder if he don't have nobody to throw the ball to? If the quarterback didn't have a defensive line to protect him, the quarterback would be mashed potatoes, man. Yeah, do the James Brown, man. I feel good. Where would the quarterback be at? On the floor, face down. Just like those ICE agents have those targeted immigrants. You know, some ended up dead that was U.S. citizens. I'm just saying. uh, Now you're just speaking crazy crap, bro. No, I'm not. No, I'm not, White Horse. Thank you for my existence. Hey, I want to say you're welcome for thanking me. Okay. What else we got out here? For real, brother. Richard, shouts out to Richard. Shouts out to Daniels 3671. Shouts out to Ross Marie. What's that, Tub? Tug and Get? Shouts out to Tug and Get. What you say, Tug and Get? If that may be the case, God made two of everybody and then evolution took off. That's your idea of creation? I didn't say that. Are you putting words in my mouth out there, Tub? I didn't say that. Hey, did y'all hear what Tub said? Robert who? Democrats are crazy. Need real help. Go Trump. Come on. Are you serious, Robert? Okay, we're going to like you in a minute, man. We're going to like you in a minute. Shouts out to Rosemarie. Hey, Rosemarie. Rosemarie O'Rourke. Hey, what's going on? I have mercy. I'm coming back to you. Ain't forgot about your, Tub. Culturally Hispanic. Shouts out to culturally Hispanic. Before the Super Bowl, most Democrats thought a quarterback was a coupon at a Dollar Tree. That's what's up, straight up. They play football in Latin America. Now, is your football in Latin America like football like soccer? Or is it like football throw? Culturally Hispanic. Daniels, first time listener and enjoying the content, my brother. Appreciate it when truth be told. We appreciate you, Daniels 3671. We appreciate you. Shouts out to Daniels 3671. Go Trump. Okay, Andrew. Now let's get to Trump, okay? Saying like people like just trying to get to Trump. Donald Trump, the cult leader of the MAGA lovers, okay? Who is causing Bad Bunny problems right now. But this guy here, according to his own mouth, Donald Trump is in trouble. Donald Trump is cooked. And he even said it out of his mouth when he said this. If we don't win the midterm elections, things can go very bad for him politically. Unquote. Unquote. But the man did say that, okay? If the midterm elections go bad, he's cooked. And he know he's cooked. Cooked like a banana sausage. And I don't even know what that is. He's cooked like a banana sausage. And he know it. Calling MAGA a cult is funny and ironic coming from a fairy. Okay. We got another one in the building that gotta like put the smack down on real fast. You all. What's your name, man? RJ. RJROB. Okay, Roberts. Okay. Anyway, all of you Trump lovers. Many of you all I find can't count. I don't know what school you went to. Y'all want me to get on this Trump dude. All of you MAGA lovers cannot seem to count, nor do you understand the Constitution of America. And why do I say that? Because in previous lives that we've streamed here on YOUTUBE, you had commenters in the chat section talking about Trump 2028. They can't count. Why they can't count, Mo? They can't count because you can't have a president elected 3 times. Not according to the U.S. Constitution. But people keep saying Trump 2028. It's sad when they display that they can't count. For you MAGA lovers out there. In fact about it, for all of you MAGA lovers out there, I'm going to tell you something else. All of these red states that voted for Donald Trump, they're feeling more of the Donald Trump than anybody. And he's gotten them on the street. He's gotten them cut off food stamp. He's gotten them cut off of jobs. Yeah, in the red states that supported him. He bamboozled you all. Now, he didn't bamboozle me because I didn't vote for him. I didn't vote for Kamala either. You know, I do not pledge to a Democrat or Republican. They both the same to me, full of sugar, honey, and iced tea. Yeah. And speaking of those two parties right now, is the government shut down? It's after 12 o'clock. Is the government partially shut down? Would this not be the 3rd time since Donald Trump's 2nd term that the government has been shut down? Does anybody out there know? I haven't checked that out. I haven't seen any news. Is the government shut down partially? I don't think you know anything, what anything is. We're not going to give you no energy, but we appreciate you for being here, okay? So we thank you, and we want to say goodbye to you. If you can't be respectful in the chat room, will somebody tell this man about the chat room? Huh? Somebody tell this man about the chat room, how we do things over here on this channel. We don't care what race, creed, or color you are. We don't care what political party you made pledges to. We just ask that you be respectful over here, man. If you want to be ignorant, there's a whole lot of other channels here on YOUTUBE that you can go to and be ignorant. We're grateful that you stopped by. But if you have to be rude, man, you can go, okay? They make the rules. They change them. I don't trust what they might do. There are 2 types of laws, one for them and one for us. Hey, I like that. Shouts out to Gil Zellner. Hey, not trying to mispronounce your name. Gail, Gil Zelzen. Gil Zelzen? Zellner. I'm sorry. Zellner. Hey, shouts out. Dang, what's that? Imagine a world with no religion, politics, and drugs. Huh. Well, that's like a utopia, man. Look, the United States is ran off of sex, money, and drugs. The United States is ran off of sex, money, and drugs. Economically wise, there's a lot of economic boost in the economy because of the drugs that the government bring in. or that they're allowed to come in. Just ask the DEA agents. Yeah. Just ask the DEA agents and the CIA. Anybody watch Snowfall out there? Hey, I was in Panama with the Noriega thing. Yeah, back in the late 80s. Yeah, I was over there. It was like a firecracker fight, pop, pop, bang. They really couldn't contend, okay? They didn't have, we did it to him. But he was used, Noriega, as a tool. Yeah, Oliver North told the whole story. And so did Snowfall. They used to come on FX. Yeah. How the CIA was selling drugs, fronting the drug dealers. What a country, a democracy a democracy. Yeah, demonocracy. Yeah. I say demonocracy because democracy, the root word is demon. And republic is a redoing of a public system. Yeah, like doing a makeover that failed. Yeah, Republicans is a makeover that failed. Remaking of a public policy that's still not working. Snowfall is a great show. Absolutely. Adderall is a great example. Well, who is that out there? Speaking of Adderall. Nolan Jason. Nolan Jason. How many of you all knew that there's only like a molecule difference from cocaine and Adderall? Adderall is like legal cocaine. And they give it to your child. Or you just maybe take it. I even know adults on cocaine that is legal. Adderall. Now they got a couple of other ones out there, that's just like it. But it's only a molecule away. And what's sad about this is that they've locked up plenty young black men and women for selling crack, but they make it legal through Adderall. Damn. That's real genius of the American devil. That's real genius of the American devil. These politicians. And who gets caught up in it? Mostly the poor people. Mostly poor people in America are hooked on drugs. Yeah. Rich versus poor people. More poor people are on drugs. More poor people buy the drugs that the rich people bring in. I ain't lying. I ain't lying, shit. You got pastors like over here in the state next door that's in Wisconsin. You had a pastor over there in the state of Wisconsin that was selling cocaine, moving pounds of it, kilos of it. Till the police called him over there in Brookfield, Wisconsin. Yeah. I'm just saying. Now, how many of y'all would think that a pastor would be selling cocaine? And you're right, both parties suck. Yeah, they suck, man. Getting back to this party thing with Donald Trump, because we're going to have a party with him right now, just like he partied with those young girls over there at the Epstein Island. Now, there was a photo that was leaked out on social media with him and Epstein getting their feet washed by some young girl. Now, they say that let me get it right. They say that picture was fake. Now, I don't know if that was a MAGA lover that said that it was fake, but I do know that the artist whom they say made that image, sorry, Miss Jackson. Ooh, yeah, her name is, I believe, Allison Jackson. So, sorry, Miss Jackson. Ooh, maybe they paid you. But they say that some of it was AI generated. Sometimes you can tell an AI generated image, sometimes you can't. But I know that sometimes you have those big, gigantic men and women that look like giants and they living in our age. Come on. They don't even look like that in the Olympics. And we got some good ones in the Olympics. Have you all watched that women's final heat? Are you serious? Or the women's down slope? Or the women's mogul? Or the women's figure skating? Man, y'all need to turn on the Olympics. Cheating on my girl, watching the Olympics. What about you? Yeah. Snowfall was a scary show. I couldn't continue to watch it. Hey, I loved it. I loved it. And Franklin played a good role. And you got Javi. Remember Javi, the Jew man? Javi, the rich Jew man. That was Franklin's connect when it started off, you know. And then the feds get in, you know. The CIA dude, you know. Yeah, in some kind of way, old Javi gets knocked off. Yeah, but the CIA funded that over there in Panama. That's real talk. That's 100. I was there. Yeah, I was there. Our Olympics and unpatriotic, so I ain't watching. Okay. Well, you know, sometimes, you know, I felt that maybe it was sort of unpatriotic in regards to Madison Chalk and Evan Bates. They got cheated out of the gold medal. They got cheated out of the gold medal. There is no way that the team that got the gold medal, well, it was from France, I believe, but they've been only working together not even a full year. That took the medal from Madison Chalk and Evan Bates. And they've been waiting on this for 15 years. So, yeah, you know, maybe it is unpatriotic. Is it rigged? Like all sports? I mean, you know, maybe we should ask Scott Hamilton, since that he's one of the narrators for the figure skating. Maybe we should ask Scott Hamilton if the Olympics are rigged, you know? I mean, look at what happened to the quad god, you know? That Elion dude, yeah. Malanin, yeah. He never falls. He never, you know, misses that great moment. Blew it. I'm just saying. But he already got some medals, though. He got some championship medals. Descendants, Patriotics, Love, Boone, and yeah, Vance. Okay, yep. Okay. Now, Donald Trump, okay? This Donald Trump dude, right? Donald Trump is cooked, you all. And like I said, he even said that if they don't win if they do not win the midterm elections, he's finished. He says that he's in political trouble and that they're going to impeach him. Now, surprisingly, Donald Trump was up for impeachment twice in his first term. Did you all know that? They tried to impeach him twice in his first term, but for some kind of reason, the allegations and charges got dismissed. Yeah, 2019 and 2021. And now they're going to impeach him again. And this is why he is trying to underhandedly pull some Houdini magic wand trick with this midterm election. He got an ace up his sleeve to be corrupt. He has an ace up his sleeve to be a cheater. Yeah, Donald Trump. Yeah, and he's going to get impeached. He already knows it. And the sad part about it is, I don't know why he don't know it. Like with all of them, he does know it because he's making these stupid moves. But what I'm saying is, with all of the stupid moves that he has made and has cost millions of Americans jobs, okay, even over 300,000 federal workers jobs, okay, and U.S. citizens being killed in the street by ICE agents, and all of the tariffs, okay, and all of the inflation in this country, uh, wouldn't that be grounds to be impeached? Without a doubt. Without a doubt. His own party is fed up with him. They saying this old boy here got to go. Yeah, this old boy here has got to go. Messing up the program, not only for poor Black Americans and Latino Americans, but for white Americans. You hear me? Donald Trump is sparing none. Yeah. This is how he feels about you. He don't give a what? Nah. Not the Trump administration. Not the Trump administration. And he's going to get impeached. And he's going to go to jail. All that money he stole from Venezuela over there, that he took their oil and put into his bank account, oh, you're going to pay for that. You're going to pay for all of the Black artifacts that you removed from this country that Black people have struggled to get recognized for. Oh, you're going to pay for that. You're going to pay for millions of Americans losing their job. Donald Trump, you're going to pay for it. You're also going to pay for trying to embezzle $10 billion from the American people about your tax release. Other billionaires had their tax information leaked, but they didn't try to sue the IRS. Only you, Mr. What they call him, Orange Man? Yeah, you, Donald Trump. But now, with that IRS settlement thing that you tried to fool the American people out of, yeah, Chuck Schumer, yeah, you know that Democrat Chuck Schumer, and that senator from Oregon, Ron Wyden. Oh, yeah. Stop Presidential Embezzlement Act. Whew. Smash up those likes, you all. Stop Presidential Embezzlement Act. Yeah, you won't be seeing those $10 billion, Donald Trump, that you're trying to rip off from the American people's hard work. You don't slave at your job. These American people slave at their jobs from 9 to 5, from 9 to 9, from 12 to 12, and you want to steal their money? Like I said, American people, if you are really wanted this to stop right now, and you want him out of office right now, just don't go to work for a week and see what happens. Don't go to work for 3 days and see what happens. But you know, fear of what you may lose, which you ain't already got. Because most of you all Americans, which includes me, most Americans don't even have $1,000 in their bank account, and they work every single day. Every single day. But after they car note and they rent or mortgage payment and they cable on their phone, they broke trying to buy food. You got people right now in America working 2 jobs or working 1 full-time job and still need stamps because they can't make it. Right now, everybody is rent poor. Rent poor is the word for today. Who we got out here? Yeah, do that. No comparison. Fastest. Uh, Chris Guthrie. Infer not working for years, living on the government. Oh, I feel you. I feel you. Hey, man, look. Hey, Chris Guthrie. The government has been living off the backs of the American people. How about that? How about that? The government has been living off the American people who provide America with taxes. I mean, isn't there a law? Taxation without representation is unconstitutional. Because right now, the American people are not represented. Not by the truth. Not by the truth. Because if they would really release the truth, which they have, the Department of Justice, with those Epstein files. With those Epstein files. This is why Donald Trump is trying to turn up the heat on everything he can. Because when he get impeached, he's going to jail. Or he's going to try to escape and be like L. Ron Hubbard. You know, he ends up on one of them yachts in the boat. You know, fingernails all long, looking like a werewolf and everything. In international waters somewhere. Oh, but I forgot he can fly, he can fly that big Arabic plane, Like, I'm sure you're going to get noticed in that, And like I said, you all, we got Hillary Clinton, who said that it's horrific, meaning those Epstein files which her husband is mentioned in. But she said that a lot of horrific truth was released in the Epstein files, and you all need to pay attention to that. But these MAGA lovers, these evangelists, these Christians, white Christians, like Turning Point USA, Charlie Kirk people, they cannot, do they really? Can they not? They don't want to see. They don't want to see. Or it's because they're just like he is. I know some Caucasian people right now who call themselves true apostolic people, and they still support Donald Trump. Even though he's a pedophile. And all of his constituents that he hung out with on that island is pedophiles. Just ask Howard Luckett, Secretary of Commerce. Bang, bang. Bang, bang. And they caught him in so many lies. He's cooked. They caught him in so many lies. He's cooked. You have no politicians here in America stepping down that has been involved in the Epstein files, but you have other countries who have politicians and they put them through the ringer. Put them through the meat grinder. Y'all got to go. Do you hear me? So what's wrong with America? Is this dictatorship of Donald Trump and the MAGA party, will they be conquered? Will they be conquered midterm elections? What do you think? I noticed that most people in New York City that are actually from Africa cannot stand regular blacks in the U.S. What about the billions missing in Minnesota? What does it tell me? Hey, what's going on, John? John Krogan? John Krogan. Is that you, John? You still out there, John? Hey, man. Saying that you asked that question, or no, you didn't ask the question, but you did, kind of. But you laid the information out there for us to read. Anybody read John Krogan's statement that he made when he says that Africans here don't get along with blacks here? Okay, well, that's understandable. That's a historical move. Uh, Black people been taught to hate themselves, just like white people. Caucasians have been taught to hate themselves. If Caucasians did not hate themselves or were taught to hate themselves, why Russia and Ukraine at it? How many towns and cities have been demolished? White on white crime. How many lives have been lost? And President Putin over there, that prime minister, whatever he is over there in Russia, he ain't been charged with killing nobody. And all of them babies died. All of them women's died. All of them men's died. And he's charged with nothing. I'm just saying. Hey, I got a crime right here in Chicago, in Brighton Park, on 45th and Ashland. Yeah. And you know what happened? You had Harry and Ann Kilpatrick. Harry was shot in the head. Ann had a face shot. Harry 70, Ann 43. It is my guess, educated guess, a journalist guest, a blogger guest, a researcher guest, that Ann was Harry's daughter. And somebody cut off their TV that looked just like them. And I don't think Harry and Ann are Hispanic nor black. I'm just saying. Yeah, real talk. I mean, most of the time when someone murders somebody, it's somebody they know. Or somebody that look like them. You know, you're not going to have a black man out there just going murdering a Chinese in San Francisco. Yeah, just, you know, any black man commit murders in Chinatown in San Francisco? I don't think so. I don't think so. I know it's yeah, the millions in Minnesota with Tim Walz, man, he got caught up. It's a welfare scandal, you know. And even Tim Walz said from Minnesota, the governor, said that he would not run for another political office. He would be off the grid working against the green machine that helped make him rich. Sounds like a Nicki Minaj and Jay-Z event. Hey, if this is your first time chiming in to the channel, you all, we ask that you subscribe, like and share, okay? We highly appreciate you. We want to make it through the algorithm. And by the way, we are on our journey to 10,000 subscribers. So we ask that you be a part of that journey with us. And smash up the subscribe button. Jim, maybe they should stop financing expensive cars and going out shopping every day and not have money in the bank. Hell, you can have some money in the bank right now, but it may not be there tomorrow. You may get to the ATM machine and it says, can't use. I'm just saying, that's word of the wise. Even millionaires today tell you that. Don't put all your money in the bank. But the system is designed for you to pay all your money through the bank with an ATM card. And I'm talking about millionaires. Yeah. They tell you don't do that. Millionaires got a safety deposit box in banks, but not in the bank account, but it's still in the bank. You know, some people have it in a can, in a box, you know, in shoes, however they hide it. You know, back in the day, before people had bank accounts, they hid it somewhere in their house, in their backyard, you know, under the doghouse, you know, like Denzel did in American Gangster. Yeah. And all of the money that Donald Trump is hiding and hoarding is not going to do him any good when he go to jail. Even Ghislaine Maxwell having gave up her hope for a pardon. In fact about it, Donald Trump said that he has not ruled out a pardon for Ghislaine Maxwell. I wonder why. She can really turn the screws up, fire up on him, and she can end up like Epstein in jail dead. I'm just saying. Yeah, she can come up dead just like that. She can come up dead just like that. And nobody's seen nothing. Ain't no camera footage. There's no guards on the watch at the time. They went to the bathroom, went to the kitchen, went to another gallery somewhere. Yeah. So she's trying to play her cards right. But see, somebody who's the attorney general like Pam Bondi, she ain't playing her cards right. Pam Bondi is in trouble too. They're talking about impeaching Pam Bondi. Her neck is on the line too. Lying to the public, trying to defend a pedophile, aka DJT, Donald J. Trump. Yeah. Yeah. Did you all see her in the oversight committee with the House Judiciary Committee? Yeah. Yeah, I'm sort of tongue-tied right now. House Judiciary Committee. Did you all see her in that? Did you see how Jasmine Crockett ate her up like an ant, And she had those Epstein victims behind her. Pam Bondi couldn't even look at them. Pam Bondi got into an argument with lawmakers. A shouting match. Yeah, with the oversight committee. Every time Trump name mentioned in the Epstein files, she went south to a whole nother subject. I don't even see how she can look at herself in the mirror. I don't see how her husband can look at her if she got one. I don't know if she married or not. That ain't my business. But my business is that she's standing up for a pedophile. She's lying for a pedophile. Bunches of them. And the DOJ, they gave you the information. DOJ gave you the information. And if you are too blind or brainwashed to see the information, shame on you. But I guarantee you this, the people who got common sense and the people who voted for or against you, they're going to remember this in the midterm elections. Donald Trump is cooked. Do you hear me? Yeah, let's get Steve O'Bannon, in that hot seat. Let's get Steve Bannon in the hot seat. We already had that Howard dude. Yeah, that Lucknick dude. We already had him. Put Steve Bannon in the House seat. Now, should Ghislaine Maxwell be pardoned? No. They say she's a monster. Let me drink some water here. They said that she's a monster and she should go back to prison where she belongs and she should not be allowed on the streets. I agree. Do you agree? Let's see what the people say out there. 30,000 black people out of prison because of Trump. Worst job report since 2003. Luna, shouts out to Luna. Shouts out to Jim Borghini. Captured Candy. Bro, we don't come on here to listen to problems. We come on here to take a break from our problems. Huh. Okay. Well, I'm glad that you're here. And it is our hopes that, we gave you some information that can help solve your problem, which is for American people not to go to work for 3 or 4 days and see what happens. That is a solution to the American problem that we're having right now in this administration. Now, I understand if you ain't got the backbone to not go to work, with other people, because if 1 million people say we ain't going to work, just 1 million. Damn, how many left working? But if a million workers say, we're not going to take it, no, we ain't going to take it. It'd be like quiet riot. Yeah. The system would change just like that. Just like that. The system would change just like that. In the blink of an eye. But most people too worried about they new car note. Yeah. Oh, look at my new car. It ain't your new car. It's the bank car because you're still paying. You don't own nothing. How much is the car note now? $600? Jesus Christ. Anybody out there paying a $600 car note? Anybody out there paying $2,500 for a mortgage or for a rental? I know in Washington, people are paying over $2,000 just to rent, not own. And even in New York, paying $3,000 to stay in a shoebox that's cold as ever. No heat in the building. Just stop working. Everybody talking. Oh, Trump this, Trump that, Trump this, Trump that. For all of you people out there who voted, all of you in the voting world, you all knew how this was going to go. Kamala and Joe let them freely come in here. Trump cleans them up like an Operation Wetback, program, like they did back in the day. Yeah, Operation Wetback. This is just like what this is. But I don't know if they use them sweatbox like ICE is using now. Another violation, but is it a violation saying that they are undocumented? Good question, right? I'm just saying. Donald Trump is cooked. We pay more taxes than billionaires. That's right. Yeah. Now, why is that? So who lives off the poor people? The government and billionaires. Who make the money for the billionaires? Who consume all of the products? The poor people. But the poor people say they don't have no money. But they had enough money to go to the Super Bowl to see Bad Bunny. Swipe that card. Swipe now, pay later. That's what's going on. Swipe now, pay later. Okay? Yeah. It's wrong. It's wrong. Meanwhile, employment is at 4.3 rate, which is a good number. Do you believe the numbers there, Jim? Huh? I mean, I know what they say. They give you all these good numbers with the Labor Department and all of that good stuff. But go talk to a real person. Yeah. I don't care what side of town you go to, what city and state you live in. Go talk to some real people versus listening to the labor numbers. They always gonna fool you. To make up look down and down look up. Oh, it ain't all that bad. Just ask those federal employees who Trump fired, got rid of their job, how bad it is. Now they just like the rest of us. Yeah. Now they just like the rest of us. Dealing with the madness that they put in office. With the help of none other than Elon Musk with the $290 million. I'm just that was a big boost. Knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. Gail Zellner, but you have to apply it, right? Knowledge is power, but you have to apply it. Yeah, I was one of my great teachers slapped me with that one day. Knowledge is power, but you have to apply it. Jim, by every metric we use to measure the healthy economy, the economy is doing. Man, the economy is. Hey, do you all see Jim out there? Jim Borghini, 2761. Did you all see what he left in the comments? He said that the economy is doing quite well. Are you are you wealthy? Are you a millionaire? Like, you can't be like the average Joe. You can't be like the average blue collar worker. Are you a corporate white collar worker or something? You can't be a blue collar worker and saying what you saying. Or has Trump brainwashed you so much? Just like some people say, Donald Trump is not accepting a paycheck for running America. Are you serious? You let him tell you that? And that he's he's giving it to donations. You let him tell you that? The dumbing down of American citizens. If you believe that, you are part of the people who are the dumbing down of American citizens. Because you can't believe anything that the man says. If you still believe that that man wasn't involved in those young girls, in the transferring them, sex trafficking, and sexual misconduct with those young girls, I would have to question your intelligence as a human being, not a MAGA lover, but as a human being. I would have to question your intelligence. I mean, Donald Trump is like Jim Jones right now. Got people drinking the Kool-Aid. Yeah, it seems like MAGA lovers is trying to not drink the Kool-Aid right now. They sorry that they even drank it. They're trying to regurgitate it right now. Even Ted Cruz. Ted Cruz told Donald Trump that this would happen before he even got elected in office. They were having a meeting, and Donald Trump told Ted Cruz, F you. You know the word you can't use on national TV? F you. Yeah, according to Ted Cruz, he told Donald Trump, they were having a meeting, and Donald Trump was telling him, or them, what he's going to do when he's get elected in office. And before he got elected in office, Ted Cruz told him about the tariffs. Ted Cruz told him about the jobs, the job losses, and the stealing, and the Epstein files, and how it's going to hurt the American people. And Donald Trump said, for dang-a-lang to you, man. And it is true today. Look at Pam Bondi once again, up for impeachment. She should go to jail too for being an aide and co-conspirator, with Donald Trump. Speaking of kids and the sexual misconduct that adults and pedophiles like Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein and Bill Gates, another pedophile. That's why his wife left him. Yeah, Bill Gates' wife left him because he was a pedophile, and he gave her a sexual disease, transmitted disease. Yeah, just ask her, I don't trust either side. Tariffs paid 90% by U.S. Okay, he put tariffs on all of these countries. Who's paying the difference? The American people. But the economy is doing well, and Trump is doing a great job. Isn't that right, Jim? I'm just saying. The man has been impeached twice already. Donald Trump has made history in the White House. He's the first president and the only president that has been impeached twice and is still in office. Money talk, baby. But it's about to come to an end. You wait till these midterm elections. The Democrats gonna fry him in a pan. Turn up the heat. Turn up. Like James Brown. Turn up the heat. Body heat. Trump gonna feel all that body heat from them Democrats and some Republicans. And there's one Republican that has a backbone that is standing up with the Democrats and saying that Donald Trump is wrong and he should go over there to Alcatraz Island. Let's send Donald Trump to the Alcatraz Island, you all. Let's see how he like those alligators. Let's see how he like those slavery sweat boxes that ICE is using on the detainees. He can have all the money in the world. But when this system comes crumbling down in midterms, a lot of Americans are going to be celebrating. You know how white Americans celebrated the death of Malcolm X? Yeah, you know how New York Times celebrated the death of Malcolm X? The American people are going to celebrate just like they did then when Donald Trump going to jail. When Donald Trump is impeached. Yeah. Now, you got a lot of people out there like Germans. I think Donald Trump is a German. Yeah. They don't like Jews. Even Gregory Bovino made a funny remark about Jews and laughed it off. Not only is Donald Trump a German, if I'm not mistaken, born in Austria somewhere, he's doing to the American people what Hitler did to the Jews. He's not putting them in ovens, but he's cooking the American people on the brink of going crazy, where you got chefs in Olive Gardens taking off their clothes and sticking their head in the hot fryer bin. That's real talk. Can I compare that history to the Jews? What happened to them with Hitler, the German? Like Donald Trump is doing to the American people? If Donald Trump could put the American people in ovens, he would. Especially blacks and Latinos. Yeah. And I know he wished that he could take or demolish the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. statue there. But if he would ever do that, America would be really over then. It wouldn't even take a week. It'd be the next day. Just like that. Just like that. He didn't put all the artifacts out. Smithsonian, Philadelphia. I'm sad for you if you've never been to Philadelphia and you didn't get to see the black artifacts that was left at George Washington House. I feel sorry for you. You know, and you can see right around the corner, We the People, you know, at the big arena, you know, the big stadium, or what you call them, yeah, the arena. Yeah, you know, even the crack bill is gone. Goddamn, Donald Trump. What a president. Turn up the heat on Jay-Z. Hey, they need to turn up the heat on Jay-Z. Hey, I'm not leaving him out either. You know, Nicki Minaj already trying to, like, she put the blues out on him already, you know. The blues meaning the news, the 411, the bad news, you know, drinking them kids' blood and everything. You know, the A word, you know. Like a couple of other people, you know, got charged for that, like politicians. That was in international court a couple of years ago, but we ain't heard nothing about them drinking them kids' blood. Piece of scandal. Epstein is out now. Let's see what happens. Donald Trump is so... narcissist. He's such a narcissist that he truly believes that he can tell you anything. Have you heard him talk? The remarks that he make, they be funny as ever. The man don't know half of what he be saying, okay? And he says anything, okay? He says anything, and people, y'all believe it. Just like he told that CNN lady, that journalist from CNN, a couple of weeks ago. He said he been knowing her for 10 years and she never smiled. And he says that she don't smile because she don't tell the truth. He had me crying with that. And he says that CNN should be ashamed for hiring her. Wow. Donald Trump is stupid. But what do you expect from a bigot Caucasian male that is a criminal on paper? 34 counts. A criminal. And you follow him? Come on. What is the world coming to today? Have we literally lost our minds? Have we literally been brainwashed? Have we literally been out of control of our own thinking? Because Donald Trump, with the punch, that swift jab, making all of us look like donuts out here. Straight up. His day is coming. His day is coming and he knows it. So for all of you voters that's out there, I don't care if you don't like the person that's running on the other side. Vote for the person you don't like. Don't vote for this man. Don't vote for the man at all. Because like I said, he got a trick up his sleeve. Plenty tricks. And with the House and the Supreme Court, you all got to make this happen. You all say you believe in your vote. You say that he got into office honestly. You all say that he got the right vote count. Let's see the numbers when it comes to midterm, and let's see what you all do. Because I know damn near the whole country is against this man. Now, if the whole country damn near is against this man, there is no way possible he should win. The Democrats should get control back of the House. And then you're going to see fish in the frying pan. What's your DOC number? Hey, you all, it's been a blast tonight, okay? And by the way, you all, if you haven't been over to my other channel, MOPOWERZ, here on YOUTUBE, go over to that channel and check out the audiobooks that we have left for you all, like Stolen Legacy, Black Man of the Nile and His Family, The Destruction of Black Civilization, From Babylon to Timbuktu, The Fall of America, The Message to the Black Man in America, As a Man Thinketh, The Miseducation of the Negro, The Chronological Order from Alchemy to Wicca, The Demonology of King James, and The World 16 Crucified Saviors. Go over there and amplify your mind. Get kinetic, baby. Okay? And if you are into Chicago, old school hip-hop, R&B, spoken word, gangster rap, get over to my last channel, THEMOSHOW, classics, all one word, no space, here on YOUTUBE, and find Chicago greats in comedy like Bernie Mac, Deion Cole, Diane Porter, Reggie Reg, Quintella, Shari Shari. Yeah, and Snoop. Not Snoop Dogg, but Snoop from Chicago. Yeah, we got all of that over there. And we got some Lavelle Crawford over there as well. We got Common over there. We got Twist over there. We got Do or Die over there. We got Triple Darkness over there. We got Psychodrama over there. The whole drama war. We got Mecca, Mano. Yeah, Mano from New York, but he was doing the show in Chicago, and I got a chance to record it. Yeah, at the Rap Factory that used to be on Fullerton and Western. We got him, okay? We got the Nomads. We got High Pilot. We got Affiliated Fellas. We got Official Business. We got Ant Dub, Raw Dog, Galactic Boy Entertainment, Illa Flows. We got a whole bunch over there for you. Get yourself over there. THEMOSHOW. Classics are one word, no space. Here on YOUTUBE. And if you are into Chicago independent movies, we got those as well. Chicago Street Clips, Killer Bloodline, Project Pat, and a whole lot more. Get yourself over there, and on your way out the door, make sure that you hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and the word all to help ensure that you get notifications when we upload videos here on YOUTUBE. And also press those condiments to like and to share. Share the information with relatives, friends, co-workers, anyone that you come to contact with. It is a magnificent way to jumpstart your conversation. Thanks for tuning in, you all. We appreciate you. Never ever give up on your dreams and stay away from ice. That's my time.